What's going on, guys? This is Nate from the Scrub Academy, welcoming you to another deck profile here on the channel. Today we are profiling my Invoked Shaddoll. This is the Sealed Structure Deck Finale deck profile for you guys. So, after all of the weeks that we've done 6 weeks, I ended up winning the Sealed Structure Deck Challenge 5-1. We did decide to go ahead and bypass week 7, or week 8 I guess, and move up the finale to week 7. With that, we are allowing ourselves to put whatever we want into the deck. It doesn't have to be sealed. Just to see how good you can make the deck, and then we're going to duel it out and see what happens at the very end of the week. So let's go ahead, we'll jump into this. This is Invoked Shadolls. I did put the Invoked engine in here, but let's go ahead and jump into it. We are playing still the 3 Windy. Windy is obviously still going to be one of the best cards in the deck. You can send it to the graveyard with Sukumata, your Foolish Burial, your Shaddoll Fusion, and then your Special Summon one. Really good card. You always have to play 3. Biggest issue with turn this into the Invoke deck from the Seal Structure deck is there were so many cards in the Seal that I still wanted to play in this deck that I just could not fit in there. So you're going to see some of those missing out of this. We are playing 2 Hedgehog. I still feel like you got to play 2 of this. Still a really good card. Allows you to add either monsters to your deck when it's sent to the graveyard or when it's flip summon, which I like to do. Add that Shaddoll Fusion in case you don't have it already in hand. We are only playing the 1 Shaddoll Dragon. We cut this from 2 to 1. I've been using this to pop lots of spells and traps, and I just felt like you get that 1 pop off of it and you're good to go. You don't really need to see it again. You can special summon it back with your Falco if you need to flip summon it. That way you can send things back to the deck, but you only really need 1 of this card. We're playing 2 of the Squamata. You do want to see this a lot just because it allows you to send things that you might not normally get to. Especially if you're fusion summoning and you need to use your Shaddoll Fusion, so you need to have a dark. Well, you have this, you can send, you can't send a Windy, but you can send this to get your Winda out, but then you can send the Windy off this and get its effect. So, really good card there. We're playing the 1 Beast and the 1 Falco. Just 1 of, so I cut those down. You needed to be able to have space for everything else. And then the 1 Aerial. And then a brand new card, thank you to Steven for this. He actually brought me this today, the Hail Shaddoll Hollow. I didn't really think the Genius was as good in this build anyway, but this card right here wins games. Like just being able to send darks to the grave, especially against Dragon Link, which I'm playing against, really good card. So definitely have to have that in there, at least at the 1 of. Moving on, we are playing 3 of the Alistair, the Invoker. Have to play 3. Always want to be able to see that in your hand, either opening it up or having the Magical Meltdown. Best thing is to open this and a Magical, because then you can actually activate the Magical, bait out the Ash, and then still have this in your hand to be able to go off. Next, we are playing a few hand traps, just because Dragon Link is stupid. We're playing the 3 Gamma as well as the 1 Driver. Driver's in there. It's really good to have just that light you can send. You can special summon the Driver out of the deck or out of the graveyard with the Gamma, so being able to send this for your fusion to bring out Construct, just pretty broken. Next, we're playing the 3 Ash Blossom, and then the 2 1-ofs for the deck that aren't hand traps, obviously, is the 1 Trick Clown for the Construct, as well as the BLS in case you want to have that little spice in there in case you need to get something off the field or you want to attack for game. Moving on to the spells, we are playing the 3 Fusion. You still have to play 3 Fusion. Best card in the deck, obviously, being able to send from your deck to the graveyard instead of just from your hand. I don't know why they made that card, honestly, but it's busted, so I'm not going to complain. We did cut out 1 of the El Shaddoll Fusions, so we're playing 2 of those. Again, we're just trying to make room for all of the Invoke stuff, which is kind of rough to try and get into, but I like it. So, 2 of those. Then we're also playing the Invoke package, obviously, so we're playing the 3 Magical Meltdown, the 1 Terraforming, and the 1 Invocation. I didn't think you needed to play 2. I know a lot of people are playing 2 Invocation, but just playing 1 of the Invocation I think is good because you can add it. You don't need to worry about having to draw it into your hand. You have the Shaddoll Fusions and the El Shaddoll Fusions for those, so you don't have to worry about that. You just play 1. And then last ones, we're playing 2 of the Super Poly. I cut 1 of those out. I didn't think you really needed it. Now that I'm playing the Predaplant, Verde Anaconda, Predaplant Verde Anaconda, you can just send this and you can Super Poly, so you don't even need to worry about it. Pretty busted, honestly, in my opinion. And then last spell on the deck is the Foolish Burial. So you just got to keep playing that because you get all your effects off your Shadolls when you send it. And then following it up with the traps, we're playing 3 of the Infinite Impermanence. Obviously still one of the best traps in the deck. You can activate it from hand during if you're going second, you can activate it during their turn, or you can set it going first. Pretty busted card, and especially because literally the only time I will ever set things is going to be the Super Poly. So if I set the Impermanence instead, he's going to think that it's the Super Poly. And then last turn of the deck, we cut 1 out. We're playing the Rush Shaddoll Incarnation. You can play the Schism if you want. It is a really good card, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to bash on it at all. But when it comes down to it, if I'm playing this deck, I want to be able to see all the cards I can, as much as I can. Schism's good, but I'm not going to pay $40 for 1 duel. So If you want to put that in there, you can. But yeah, so that is the entire main deck right here for you guys. Let's go ahead and jump into the extra deck. So we're still playing the 3 construct. I figured this is the best card on the deck when it comes to dumping, so you might as well just keep playing 3. You don't need to worry about playing 2 or anything like that, or trying to cut that out. 3 is perfectly fine. We're playing the 2 window. We cut one of those out of there. You're not going to see 2 or 3 window. Honestly, if you see 2, you're going kind of crazy. If they usually get over the first window, you probably lost anyway. So we're playing 2 Apocalona. You want to be able to have these. With the Hollow, you're going to be sending Darks to the grave against Dragon Link. You have, I think, every single type of Shaddoll in here for the attributes, I think. Maybe we're missing one. I think we're missing the Wind one. But he doesn't play those, so we're fine. So you can send that with a Hollow. So 2 Apocalona, super good card. We're playing Windows of the Grista, the Shekanaga, and the Anilatilius. I can't pronounce that word to save my life, but that is, we're playing 1 each of those. Again, good cards. Probably not going to see a lot of these, but you know, they're there in case we need to, or in case we want to send them with a Hollow. We're playing the 1 Mekaba and the 1 Raijin. You can put more Invokes in there, but I feel like these are the best ones to play, and you don't really need to worry about any of the other ones. Usually if you get out the Mekaba, you're good to go. And then you are playing the 1 Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. This is just because deck's full of Darks, and you can go ahead and take some of those away, super poly those away with Predator Plant Anaconda. Speaking of, we're playing the 1 Predator Plant Verde Anaconda, and then following it up with the last card is Cross Sheep. This is just an extender if you need to go into something, if there's there can only be 1 on the field, or if you just want to keep extending and going. You're not playing any of the other links, so you can't really extend further with that, but it is in here just in case you do need a link off if you get stuck on something. But yeah, that is the entire main deck, the entire extra deck. I did have a side deck for this, but that's kind of just, you know, depends on what you're playing against. So you can't choose what's going on. So like I'm playing going first, trying to beat a going second deck, so I have a whole bunch of going second stuff in here. But yeah, that's the entire deck for you guys. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button for me, because all your support is greatly appreciated. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because we're putting out 3 videos a week. 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 o'clock every single day. Yeah, just so you guys have something to watch, either while you're at work, after school, before work, whatever you want to do. But yeah, that's all I've got for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, this is Nathan from Scrub Academy, signing out for now. Peace out!